Today I'm going to be replacing the rear shocks in this 2006 Honda Civic. However, this fix is applicable for all years 2006 through 2008. I will include a list of tools that I used as well as part numbers for the shocks that I used to replace these old worn out shocks. The first thing you need to do is remove everything from your trunk because we will be removing this carpet padded area and getting rid of these push fins. You'll have one here, there'll be one right here, another here, there's one underneath your carpet right there, and there might be one hiding up back there too. We'll get in there, but let me show you how to remove these push pins. It's pretty easy. All you need to do is take a flathead screwdriver, kind of fit it in the slot there, and just kind of make a twisting motion, and you should be able to pop it up and out. After you've removed those push pins, release your back seat. Come around to the car because we got one more pin we need to remove. That's going to be right here. And this will be true for both sides. If you broke some of the push pins during the removal, don't worry, you can get those at the hardware store or the auto parts store, so no big deal there. But once all the push pins are out, you need to pull the carpet away. This piece might come loose, you can connect that back, but everything should pull out just like this. Now we get to remove this nut which connects the rear shock to the tower here. Now if you have factory shocks, you're going to need a Allen key, number 5, which will fit into the top of the bolt, which will act as a hold while you are taking off the nut. Otherwise, the strut rod tends to just turn with the nut. In this case, these shocks were actually replaced, so what I need to do is take a pair of channel locks, or if you have just a wrench to hold it by hand, you can certainly do that. I'm just going to channel lock that on. I'll need to tighten that up. But at that point, I have a ratcheting wrench, and all I need to do is turn this to the right, and it's actually coming off pretty easily, which makes me a little suspect of the install job done on this a while ago. But they will just pull off like that. Like I said though, if you have the factory shock installed, you'll need that Allen key to fit right in the top in order for the strut not to turn with the nut. At this point, we need to get the wheels off the car and up on jack stands. So you can see I've got 1, 2, and 3. Most of the weight is on this guy right here. These two on the side are for safety, as we will be putting some significant torque on this nut right here. Don't want the car wobbling around, so that's why we've got those there. And continuing on, now we need to remove this bolt from the shock. There is a welded on nut on the other side, so all we need to do is focus on this nut right here. It's a 14 millimeter. I'm gonna try to get it off with my impact gun. If you don't have an impact gun, you will more than likely need a decent length breaker bar in order to get adequate torque to loosen this. These can be stubborn sometimes. Sometimes they can even break off. If that happens, you will probably need a reciprocating saw to cut off this welded on nut on the other end. Otherwise, let's give this a shot. I'm hoping it'll just back right off, but we will see. And that's going to be a no. I'm going to need to use my breaker bar on this one. All right, and because the impact gun did not have enough power to get this loose, I use my breaker bar and see what we can do. Hopefully we can pry it loose. In fact, I'm going to attach another bar onto this bar. This, and see what happens. It may break. It's definitely getting loose. I hope it's not twisting off. Try to get this off here. And this will be probably the biggest hassle of the whole install. Make sure it's nice and secure. And I'm just going gently. I don't want to try this the hard way and potentially break this bolt or twist it off. Much rather, yeah, I think we got it. I think we got it loosened up. So we'll just continue this way. until it's all the way out. Pull it out and remove the shock. Okay, now that we got the shock out, we just need to cut the band that's kind of keeping it compressed. So be aware, this will tend to want to expand on you, which mine is doing right now. And then you'll want to remove this protective cap right there. After your shock is kind of expanded, you need to put your washer on, as well as this bushing right here. It goes on like that. Then we'll fit the shock up through the tower if need be, and we will put in our old bolt. If you're having a little difficulty getting the bolt to go into the nut here, use a pry bar just to kind of wiggle the shock around, even by hand, kind of twist it around. But what I really recommend is coming back here and actually just using that bolt as a guide to look down in there. There's our nut right there, and you can see the bolt kind of sticking through. So just kind of get a light in there and then use that as a reference and kind of move the shock around in order to get that lined up. Then just start turning and that bolt should go in for you. Now we'll tighten to 42 foot-pounds. And we are going to reuse our old bushing, so we'll put that on, as well as our washer, and then start threading our nut on. And it is the case that my particular shock setup has the number 5 Allen key, so I'll need to stick that in the top and wrench on the nut. And you're going to want to tighten this to 22 foot-pounds. It's kind of unreasonable to think you can get a torque wrench on here without the stud spinning, so 22 foot-pounds isn't a ton. Just get it nice and snug and you should be okay.
Hello, it's me, the voice behind the video. Is it a little weird that you're seeing my face for the first time? Yeah, I think so, but truth be told, I forgot to do an intro and also forgot to do an outro. So this is me making up for the outro. So now all you need to do is reinstall that carpet, the molding, whatever you want to call it, and you'll be good to go. You just saved yourself a bunch of money doing the repair yourself. Hopefully it wasn't too difficult. Anyway, if this video helped you, please help me hit like and subscribe. It does a ton to make the channel successful. Have a fantastic day.